Right. Hey, y'all. Debbie. You haven't found us yet. Yeah, my phone. You want to get down? Okay. How's everybody doing today? We're back. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Let me tell you. No, but it's been an interesting week. Let me tell you. Like I said, this thing with the computer stuff. I'm not real technically savvy anyhow. So just the idea of losing 10 years of work was heartbreaking. It really was. And of course, Skippy was frazzled. He just couldn't grasp, how anybody could do that. But it happens. It had happened before. We had it happen before, but we were able to recover it within a day. This time it was a little harder, and it took a lot more to get things back. And we still haven't got the RV channel back, but we've got a regular channel back. So it's like I said, soon things will all be resolved. So we were able to do Porch Settin. We'll pick up the computer sometime today because there was a problem with that also. In the middle of that, we had a lightning strike that took out our spectrum. So yeah, all the way around has been interesting. But I think we got it in hand now, and hopefully, we'll be able to continue. Skip and Betty will be back shortly after they get their cookies. Oh, hey, Mark, BJ, Jerry Bell, Kevin. Oh, glad to see y'all. I didn't go to the new channel that we started up. Should have went there and told everybody, that we were back on the regular channel. But I think most of them was you guys anyhow that see us every day. So you probably already knew that. But I know there was some that joined up there on that one that wasn't on here regularly. So if you hear anybody that is asking questions, I know I had a phone call from Montana, and they asked me about it and said everybody was asking them what had happened to the channel. And I explained to them, what had happened. And but I need to get a hold of them, make sure they tell all their viewers that we're back and back in the old place. So I'm hoping the RV channel will get back here soon. I think there's bits and pieces of it, so I think it's coming. But it wasn't quite as important as just getting the regular channel back and getting everything back to where it's supposed to be. So, but let's see. Yeah, put on your glasses too so you can see. Oh yeah, I missed you too, Marion. It was. I said it was kind of scary. Like I said, that's 10 years worth of work. And like all the stuff that was, a lot of the stuff that was on there was old stuff, with Deb, when we did the Two Forks Step, and the thing with going thrift shopping and things like that, and I really wanted to keep those videos. Those are something that, reminds me of all the good times that we had together. So I'm hoping, that it all comes back. And I'm pretty sure now that it will. I wasn't at first. Like I said, it took so long because now the guys told me, because I know nothing about technology. I mean, as far as the mechanics of how internet works and that kind of thing, don't ask me because I'm just not good at it. It's like fixing a car to me. I'm just not good at it. But like I said, I'm glad. Like I said, we've got what we got. I'm hoping to get the rest of it back. But I really, really value some of those videos because of that. Deb's not here anymore, and and there's a few of our friends that's on videos that have passed away, and so I'm glad we got those back anyhow. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Carol, Laura. Rich A says hi from Warminster, Pennsylvania.
Is this what, crooked? Because the camera's crooked.
I don't know how crooked you want to be.
I don't know. I got OCD on that kind of stuff. I can't stand a picture hanging crooked. See the lines on the wall behind you, and then look at the top of the screen. So they're not lined up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to pick him up. Yeah.
Let me see. That's a little better. Why is it zooming in? I didn't do a thing.
I don't know, but it probably doesn't hurt it.
God damn it.
Should
I don't
just.
even know why it zoomed in.
Hey, Karen.
There, we're back to normal.
Hey, Karen. I know you know it, but let me tell you, Kevin brought over some parm, eggplant parm the other day. Best I ever had. It really is. I really want his recipe because I make my own, but it doesn't taste as good as what his did. So I really would like that recipe. But like I said, because I love eggplant parm. It's just I don't fix it that much because it's just me. Skip won't eat anything that he thinks is healthy.
Ain't it at all. You know why? You just keep saying stuff. Well, I don't eat it because it's mushy. I don't eat mushy food.
I know you don't eat mushy food.
It's a textural thing with me.
Okay.
I don't eat anything with wet bread. It's a textural thing with me. I don't even like Jell-O.
Yeah. Let's see.
I gotta turn my mic on.
C. Fry says, can you talk to us about your moving to the villages experience? Did you hire movers?
No.
No. We got rid of almost everything. We had a patio villa before we moved here. And like I said, it was furnished because we rented it out. Because we only used it as a vacation home at that time. And when we sold our house up north, we got rid of almost everything other than personal things. And so we come down here in a Chrysler van. We did have a storage building up there, a small storage building up there. But other than that, we put everything in that van, and that's what we brought down here with us. Because, like I said, the patio villa was already furnished, so we had all the stuff that was necessary to live. And then a little bit at a time, well, I don't think we were there, but like 2 months until we decided we needed a bigger place. So we moved here.
No, we owned that place like for 5 years.
Yeah, but like I said.
You said we've only had it for 2 months.
No, I said from the time we come down here full time, it was only a couple months and we decided to move.
Well, that was the last thing I think, because we never planned on being here full time. We always planned on being a snowbird. And patio villa fit our bill. It was right next to Lake Sumter. It fit our bill perfect. So
yeah, but we didn't hire movers because you could see in all the thrift stores down here, all the furniture that Northerners bring down with them, and they just don't look right in these houses.
As soon as they move in, you find a yard sale.
Yeah, but like I said, you want a different kind of furniture. You want, there's a lot of sun here, so you want it to be sunny, and you don't want we had a lot of dark stuff. All my stuff up north was cherry because it was cold, and that kind of looked warm, that kind of thing. But hiring a mover would have been useless for us. And like I said, it was just as much fun to sell everything and buy new. I mean, I had a good time doing that. I took my time, didn't have to be in a big hurry. And now we're past the 10-year mark, so I'm redoing. I'm doing that again, just because I'm just kind of tired of looking what I had. So, and like I said, it's different. But like I said, we didn't have movers. We had movers when we went from the patio villa to here. We hired a mover. But other than that, yeah, we didn't. Like I said, we just come down in a big van. We had a storage building up there, which was a small one. And then after a few months, we decided to go up and empty that storage building. And when we did that, we decided that was the dumbest thing we ever done because the stuff in that storage was
I think we threw
Useless.
half of it away. There was a couple of things he brought down, but most of it we threw away.
Yeah, I mean, plastic clothes hangers.
You get in the frame of mind of where you're at. I have to keep this because of whatever.
Yeah.
I got to keep this because of whatever. You come down here for a little while, they must wiped out all the moderators. See, I got my channels back, but everything's changed. So all the moderators have been wiped out.
Yeah.
Where's Jerry at?
He's there.
I know he's there. Where's he at? He just sent me a message, but I don't see him on here. Because I have to make him a moderator on the chat. Wait a minute, here he is. Hold on, Jerry. Buddy, shut up. God, I get so sick of your barking.
Come here, baby. Come here. You don't want to be left out and you got cookies. Come in.
He don't want them. I tried to give him one.
Yeah, okay.
Well, shoot, I don't see it on here. To be able to make him a moderator.
But yeah, I wouldn't, unless you got a lot of stuff that you want to bring with you, if you're in love with it, yeah, bring it down. Because we had some antique pieces. We brought Skip's grandfather's clock down. That'd been his grandfather's and his dad's, and and so we didn't want to leave that. And I said, we've got an antique Victrola, is that what they call it? Anyhow, one of those things. And we brought that down with us. But as far as furniture, there wasn't anything that we had that we couldn't replace. I had a bedroom suite up there that was custom built, and I really, really liked it.
Serious welfare, you don't want that.
But I found somebody to buy it that really, really liked it. Because it was just, no reason to bring it down here, because I could find a new one anywhere. And Jerry, yeah, the state of Montana, actually it was Tom Hall, and he was traveling, and he was in Montana, and he called, and y'all remember Tom Hall, but he called and said some of his subscribers were asking him what was going on, and he didn't know, so he called me and asked, and I told him, what was going on, and he, I got to call him, tell him, make sure he lets him know we're back in business. And he said, Wrestler and Luann can recreate your videos with Deb. Yeah, Wrestler did such a good job with that, don't you think? That was so funny. And me and her both sat and laughed at that. Listen, we were goofing around when we did most of those videos. We were just going to lunch. It's a girls' day out, not anything important. And we started video on them just to irritate Skip, basically. We didn't do it for any purpose. We didn't intend to put them on the channel, but we did it to irritate Skip. And they kind of took on. So we kept doing it, and we enjoyed it. And it gave us a reason to go out to lunch every week. Oh my goodness. Hey, Laura Y in Rhode Island. It's cold up there. Oh my gosh. I went out to walk Buddy this morning, and I said, we're getting a little bit of a cold front here. I mean, to us, it's a cold front. It was like 70, but the wind was blowing. And I run into a couple other people. Everybody walks their dog about the same time here. And I ran into a couple other people with dogs. And we let the dogs play with each other while we were talking. And I told them, I said, I hate to say this, but I'm cold. That was so dumb, but I was. And I said, you just get used to the heat down here. And I said, when it does get, down, and it's unusual for us to have cold weather this early in the year, but yeah, it's, I was just cold, and I was just cold. Oh, how long does Skip have to charge that skirt? Sure. Yeah, he's got two of those, and trust me, I did not buy them. When I would buy goofy shirts like that, I tried to be a little bit more tasteful, but those were the ones that he picked out, and he wears them every once in a while. He doesn't wear them too much, but yeah, they're loud and proud, let me tell you. Oh, and Laura, you like my fall decor? Oh, you should see inside the house. I said, this is just a tablecloth I ran across, and I actually ran across it at a thrift store. That's one thing I look for at thrift stores is placemats, tablecloths, things like that. They don't amount to anything. Some of them have never been used. So, and I said, you can always find your holiday decor at those places. They usually, when it comes toward a holiday, they usually put all that stuff, just like the grocery stores, they put it right out front, you know? And I said, if you get there early enough, you can get some good buys. And I said, this has never been used, and I really, really liked it. And then inside the house, you know, I've got a lot of pumpkins and fall colors, fall leaves and things like that. And so I just don't bring them out here because it'd be too much to mess around. You know, Skip has he has no patience for anything. He has to reach over or move. Oh my goodness. Reach over or move. Oh, and Kevin, I wasn't kidding now. I really do want that recipe because that is the best eggplant parm I've ever had. It wasn't, even the restaurants, tried it in a lot of the restaurants, and they just, you know, they fry up they slice the eggplant, fry it up, and pour some sauce and a little cheese over it, and they call it eggplant parm. And I'm telling you, it's not the same. And yours was really, really good. And I said, Skip raves about Karen's cookies. I'm gonna make him some snickerdoodles after a bit. But yeah, I really like that eggplant parm. And you know, I'm not a big meat eater, so that is right down my alley.
Okay. I think we're done.
Laura Lampy says, I could see chat on my TV now. I haven't had Porch Settin on television for a long time. Oh, and you like my shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily a pink person, but I do love this shirt.
Okay, Jerry Bell, Kevin, and Karen, real quick. I made those three moderators. They're on here.
Okay.
So, yeah, I see Jerry blue. He's got, see a little wrench next to his name?
Okay.
That means he's a moderator. Kevin should have one, but he may not have one until he makes a comment.
Okay.
But anyway, I made you guys moderators again. I can't make him a moderator unless they're on here. So I'm waiting for Rizzo, but he may not be on here.
Yeah. And Julie Ship says it's 71 degrees here. That's in Indiana.
Yeah?
Yeah.
By the way, I got a letter late last night, an email. Will you stop it? I'm getting tired of his barking, I'm telling you.
Well,
I didn't want a yip dog. I told you in the beginning, I don't like yip dogs.
Okay.
So Chihuahuas were out, and this guy yips constantly.
Well.
He always wants something. He's worse than a 2-year-old. There, eat that. Don't pay no attention to me. I'm just cranky because of this channel thing. But anyway, I got a thing last night on my email, and I don't know if I can go to it here or not. Let me go get my laptop.
Yes, Laura, eggplant parm is delicious. And like I said, you know, you always look for, we went yesterday, the Debbie Nail crew, we all went out to Candelaria, which is the Cuban restaurant down on 301. And it's in the shopping area that's kind of off of the highway, so you don't even notice it. It's where the edible place is, and I think there's a barber shop in there or something, in a gym fitness center, but it's off of the highway, but it's next to our storage lot. But we went there for dinner yesterday and ate some of the best stuff. And I said, you never know what they got. I mean, they've got stuff that's Americanized. I mean, Skip had a burger, naturally. But I wanted to try.
What they got?
Well, I wanted to try different things, and so did.
It's a two-way street as far as I'm concerned. It's just bottom line with me. When Mexicans or any Spanish-speaking people or whoever goes into our stores, they were raising hell years ago saying we were discriminating against them because they couldn't read English words. Okay, I'm going into a Brazilian restaurant and everything's in Spanish and I can't read it, but there's no English words on it. I just simply make the suggestion they should put a little English word on that so I know what that is.
Yeah. Did you read the menu?
I got a hamburger.
I
know what that is, but I don't know what's in it or anything. They say, well, this is a whatever. And I go, well, what is that? Just like when they said we have a special hamburger sauce. I said, what's in the sauce? And they had to have a three-way circle jerk in the kitchen because nobody knew what was in the sauce.
Well, on the menu, it actually, in small writing underneath, explained.
I think they were messing with me because I was wearing my ice hat.
That could be. But like I said, on the menu, underneath what it's called, And they have
I ain't got time for all that.
yeah, I know. But anyhow, it was very, very good, but I like to try new things, and they had.
What do I email? How do I get to my email here? This whole thing's changed.
Okay.
Since they wiped my computer out. So you're like, here, look, see, 4 channels. No, 4 channels. I never know where to go to see my email anymore.
Okay.
This is driving me up a wall.
Laura Wise in Jamestown till late December. Well, I said, I bet it's going to be pretty chilly there too. Rachel Girl says, where on the lanai is the hot tub going? We don't have room in this lanai for a hot tub.
Nothing on the 9 now.
Yeah.
The whole idea of that patio over there was put the hot tub over there, and I was going to have that fence made, whatever you want to call it, and then have like a climbing vine as a privacy thing. We never got that far.
Yeah. Oh, and Denise says, hi, folks. And you're up in one of the northern villages, aren't you, Denise? I was thinking you were.
What email do I use for the portal for my doctor? That's where it's at. It's in there, the email.
You're asking me?
Well, you're the one that calls them all the time.
Yeah, I call them, but I don't use email.
I may have to hang my phone up and use it, but then they can't hear me.
Just tell them what it said.
I don't remember. I was going to read the whole thing.
Oh.
So basically, what it boils down to is who's the wells, who's buying it? The Village's health system? Centerwell. That was approved in an Orlando court yesterday.
Yeah.
So they're going to go through with it. It ain't a final deal yet. They're going to go through with it. And then I got an email at the bottom of it from the CEO of the Village's Health, that Tim, or whatever you want to call him. Wouldn't trust any of these people as far as I can throw them. But he says that your health things will go on as normal. Nothing is going to change. I don't believe it. Because remember, Village's Health, when they had here, it had open Medicare, everything in it. Then all of a sudden, one day, everybody got notified, if you was on regular Medicare, you're out by a certain date. We don't want you no more. You have to be Advantage Care or you couldn't be in it. Yeah. So I don't trust any of them. They lie to you.
And I'm hoping that they go back to taking regular Medicare.
Well, that letter didn't say that.
No,
it just said everything right now is supposed to stay the same. 10, keep in mind, also manages all of the Village's money. He's the money guy here. Him and the developer and the companies are all intertwined together here, and he manages all their money and stuff. So I don't know what's going on or anything like that. All I know is I'm in the Village's Health. I'm kind of a little bit concerned about it, but I'm just going to stay where I'm at because I don't know what else to do. I don't want to go outside the Villages because nobody outside the Villages has the last name I can even pronounce. And so, to be honest with you, I just get kind of tired of it.
Oh, yeah, and the hat. The new hat.
Yeah, somebody sent me a hat.
Tammy and Brian, I think, sent it.
Yeah, for the, I like the idea of it, for the Alcatraz.
Alligator Alcatraz.
Alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah.
The problem is I can't wear the hat.
Yeah.
I hate that because when people send me a hat, I like to wear it as a thank you to show you, like these guys here sent me this hat here, the Border Patrol. I didn't buy this hat. This is an original Border Patrol hat. And so I like to wear them once in a while, but that hat, I don't know exactly where you got it, but I always say that some of them Chinese-made hats are made for slope heads because they don't fit an American head.
Okay, but we love the hat, Tammy.
Does that sound like I was being a bigot?
Yes.
I don't care.
Laura says, purging stuff a few days ago, I found an AOL startup disk from 1998.
Put it on eBay.
Anybody on the chat need an AOL disk? Yeah. Yeah, put it on eBay. Somebody will buy it.
Seriously?
Yeah. Tom Pauling says, hello, have a nice day. Do you know if arcades are reopening in the Villages? They had a meeting about it last night.
Had a meeting about what?
The arcades opening in the Villages.
They had an arcade, but people keep breaking the machines. I don't know who's breaking the machines, but a lot of these, listen, I'm not putting it down because a lot of these serious pinball people, and I used to go to a lot of pinball places, they really get into how to, I don't even know how they can make the ball curve, and they can woggle a machine to get it to do this way, and they tilt. Well, after you do that enough times, the machine just shuts down.
Yeah.
So you don't want nothing.
Okay. You're being picky now. Okay. Oh, Kathy B in the 603 says, hi, Skip and Sue. Finally bought a snowbird house in Oak Hollow. Oh, my.
Where's that at?
That's a family park, I believe.
I don't know.
Oak Hollow, yeah.
Is that in the villages?
It's the one out on 301, I think.
So it's not in the villages?
It's a villages park, but it's a family park, I think. I'm not for sure, but I think it is.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, congratulations, Kathy.
Where's that place over here on the other side of 301 we went to and did video in there? It's the village's own place, but it's not connected to the villages at all. It wasn't called Oak Hollow. We went to it, drove in. Okay. You're the one telling me about it. It's the same rules and everything, but they have no golf cart access here.
Yeah, I thought that was Oak Hollow. Oh. Oak Hollow might be a brand new one that I don't know about, but congratulations anyhow, you're here. That's the main thing, you're here.
Yeah.
And Laura Y says, we missed the warm weather. Yeah, I mean.
Who misses the warm weather?
Laura Y. And I said, you get used to it after a while. I said, I missed the sunshine. It wasn't necessarily the warm. No, that I think they would visit here. And I don't think they're here right now. But
well, just buy a place and move down here.
Yeah, well, I said.
It's not easy. Actually, it's not easy.
And William says, what's all the background noise? Yeah. Well,
I know that when we first moved, somebody was asking about our experience for moving down here. It'll have to be a long story. Because I think we were actually almost the first people in the villages back in the day that actually bought a house online and never saw it. And because everybody told us when we came down, they said, they kept asking us questions like, why? How were you scared? You know, well, yeah, but we did. And so that was the start of it. And we was going to be a snowbird. And then as times went on, you know, you guys may not know this because you guys think I'm a real easygoing guy.
Nobody thinks that.
Yeah. But I got a hair up my ass when I got into it with some people that was taking over the trucking company. This is UPS people we're talking about. And I'm there to work, and I just told them, I said, you know what? I'm tired of this crap. I'm done. I'm retiring right now. Done. That's a whole long story. And I left, and I never went back.
What's your tweet?
So things changed. So I didn't get the money in my 401k account that I really wanted to put in there, because at that time I was just starting up that 50% thing, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And I was making approximately $1,500 or $1,600 a week. So roughly about $650, $700, $800 a week would have went into my 401k account for the next 2 years. At the end of that 2 years, I was going to leave. But I didn't do that because, like I said, I got ticked off with this guy. So we left. Well, that changed our financial situation considerably at that time. So we decided when we came down, instead of maintaining 2 homes, one up there, one down here, insurance, you know, and up there you got to heat the house in the winter and all this and that. So we just decided we'll just come down here full time. So we sold that place, came down here, and then bought this house. That's how we ended up here. This is the house we really would have liked to have had, but at the time it was this house and 2 other ones kind of just like it. Because in this neighborhood, they didn't sell homes here like they did down there. This is why we did this channel, to let you guys know things change. We're always telling you, check on this, check on that. Our district rules may not be the same as your district rules. Play on that is somebody sent us an email on some new neighborhood down there, which I don't remember what the neighborhood was, or district, that in their district rules now down there, you can't rent a home out for less than 6 months. I think that's directly going after Airbnb problems.
Yeah.
And the Airbnb problem, you say, well, what's the big deal? Here's one. It was on the news this morning from Orlando. They arrested a bunch of Chinese people that had an Airbnb rental down in the southern part of Florida. How long they were renting it, I don't know. And they were specifically using it to smuggle people into the Airbnb and into Florida. That's what the problem with Airbnbs are. They don't vet nobody. You don't know who's in there. Same thing here. You don't know. Yeah. You got an Airbnb to find out it's a child molester from Asia.
Yeah, and a lot of partying.
Well, the partying thing, you know, to me, that's an American thing. Yeah. American young people, they party.
Yeah.
So around the what do they call it when the college kids come? Spring break. Around spring break, you kind of see that here. Not so much. They generally go to the squares.
Yeah, but we've got so much here that interests them that this is a vacation place, not just just a place to live.
But just know that if you come here for vacation, and you're welcome to, this is not Las Vegas. You cannot walk down the street carrying a bottle of beer. You cannot drive a golf cart drinking a beer. You just can't. You'll get arrested.
Oh, and Love the Cape said, did someone hack your channel as I got on and they were doing a live Bitcoin thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you see that Bitcoin thing, that's not us. That's the people that hacked us.
And let me just say, I can't say too much about it. We're still in the investigating stage of that. I'm seriously trying to find out who that is. And between me and YouTube or Google, it's all the same. Google owns YouTube. I'm pressing charges on him for theft.
Yeah, and Wrestler says he's just stopping by. He's on his way to lunch. But thank you so much, Wrestler, for taking your time. And I know you're on vacation and you didn't have to, but we really, really appreciated your help.
Well, he didn't have to take his wife either, but he did.
Love you guys. Have a nice lunch.
Tell Healthy Home Cooking we love her.
Yeah. Yes. And Rich A said, I used to have a Siberian Husky. He didn't want me talking on the phone. He would make noise like a dinosaur until I got off the phone. Yeah, that's kind of how, most of my dogs don't like me to read the paper. Every dog I've had, practically, because it takes their attention away from them.
If you went in your lap just staring at me.
It takes attention away from them.
I'll tell you something else he's starting to do too. And I'm going to curb him with this habit, but I'm not going to tolerate it. I went to give him a bath the other day. As soon as you mention the word, and I got to learn not to mention that word, he runs and jumps and gets Texas soup. So as I'm coming out in the living room, bath water's running. As I come out in the living room to get him, he backs up against her and he snarls and he started growling at me. I don't know if he would have bit me or not, but I let's just say I took him in the bathroom holding this collar and dragging him in there. I wasn't going to pick him up.
Yeah.
Once I get in the bathroom, he's fine. Well, he don't bite. He just don't like. I don't know what it is about bath. I don't understand what it is about this bath thing that he doesn't like because we're gentle with it. We don't dunk him underwater. We're not doing any of that.
And we've had him since he was 6 weeks old. So, I don't know where he gets that from. But, but he just doesn't like it. He doesn't mind playing in a mud puddle.
He's a very quirky dog, let me tell you.
Yeah, but he's my baby. Let's see. Darrison says, yay, Skip and Sue. Yeah, we're back, Darrison. And BJ said, did you say circle jerk?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, he did, BJ.
That's some of that trucker talk coming out of me again, ain't it?
Yeah.
But it's really funny. The people in there are super nice. I've never had a problem with anything in there. And the young lady that was operating the cash register, Jose, my interpreter, is standing right here. So I take the W&L crew out, and I say, it's on me. I always take care of my W&L crew. And I don't know what they want. They told him because I don't speak the language. So he's rattling on. I told her, I said, he's going to rattle on something to you. And I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I said, I'm paying for it. And she says, okay. So but have you ever noticed Spanish people? It takes them 5 minutes just to say hi. When they're talking Spanish, it just goes on and on and on and on. And I don't know what he's talking about or what he's saying.
He was probably telling her he was a dipshit.
He's probably telling her I'm just a gringo dipshit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like when I had this guy pass my house when the hurricane took some of my shingles off. The guy spoke English, but not really good. And sometimes the Spanish people here, you'll say a word, but they'll take that word to mean something else, not exactly. But in Spanish, they know exactly what you want. So I had Jose come over to tell this guy what I wanted, and then this guy would tell Jose, and then Jose would tell me what he said. So I'd ask him something. I forget what it was. I asked him about something. That really was a yes or no answer. It didn't need much more than that, yes or no. And so he's rattling on and he's talking and talking and talking. And I'm looking at him thinking, it was just a simple question, And then the guy up there starts talking back and blah, 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 blah. So I look at Jose and say, what did he say? He says, yes. God, Lord.
I think he went over there with you. You went over there, Daddy?
He just wants cookies.
Oh, okay. He just wants cookies. Okay. Oh, and Love the Cape says it was on a Sunday and all the videos were live Bitcoin stream. Yeah, that's where we know that we were hacked, and then all our videos disappeared. They give us back all the regular videos on the Village of Skip Smith, but the Skip and Sue RV.
Well, they didn't necessarily do that. They gave me access to G1RUMP2 account, everything attached to that account, which happens to be the Village of Skip Smith, and the YouTube channel is attached to that. But I didn't get that. But I wasn't worried about that because on the Village of Skip Smith, they took all my monetization away. Well, what's use of having a channel if you can't even monetize it? So we had to work with YouTube on that. Well, we got monetization back. Shortly after I got monetization back, I went to my main computer in there to see about finish editing the news for this week that you're not going to probably get. And then stop it. And then there's a thing on your computer called a BitLocker. The BitLocker went off. And what that did was lock me out of my computer. It's just a blue screen. The fabulous blue screen. Nothing. So it's at the tech's office. Well, the tech guy was in there, and I gave him the recovery key, because I did get that. And he checked it, and it was the right key. Recovery. They got all these fancy names, and if you're not computer savvy, which I'm not, I don't know what that means. Recovery key. I know what a key is, but I don't know what a recovery. Anyway, it's just a series of numbers. So I give him the key, and he looked at it. Yeah, he said, "It's the right one." And then he calls me up last night because I told him I'm paying extra for emergency service. He said, "One of your RAMs is out." I said, "What? I don't even know what a RAM is." He said, "That's your memory." He said, "You've got 32 gigabytes of memory here?" I said, "I guess. I don't know." He said, "Is there any reason why you have to have 32 gigabytes of RAM?" I said, "Well, is that the memory?" "I think it's memory." He said, "Yes, it's memory." I said, "Well, yeah, because I save a lot of stuff, a lot of videos for editing for, week after week after week. So it takes up a lot of time, effort, so I save a lot of stuff. So I like to have a lot of memory." And he said, "Okay." He said, "Well, I have to fix that." I said, "What about the key?" And then he says, "The key was never activated." I said, "But I had a blue screen that said I had to put the key in." He said, "I know." He said, I seen that." He said, "But really it's your RAM." He says, "Not the key." So he called me last night he closes at 5 o'clock. He called me like around 4:30, said if I wanted to hurry over there and get it, that it was ready to go. I said, "So you've got it where it uploads and everything and hooks to the internet and all that stuff? It's working fine?" He said, "Well," he said, "right now you're in a 2-hour download time." I don't know what we're downloading. I don't know. But anyway, maybe it's to set up that RAM. He said, "So you won't be able to do anything for 2 hours." I said, "Well, how about we do this? How about you keep it until tomorrow, which is today. I'll call you to see if it's working properly. And if it is, then I'll come over and get it. That way it'll save me a trip." He said, "Okay, that's fine." Well, I called him a while ago. I called him at 10. He opens at 10 o'clock. This guy works from 10 till 5. So I called him at 10:30, I think. And I said, "So how are we doing today? Is it looking okay?" He said, "Well," he said, "I don't know." He said, "I haven't had time to turn it on yet." He said, let me upload it and everything." He says, "Call me back in 2 hours." So I told him, I said, "I'll tell you what, I got to go live from noon to 2. Sometime after 2 o'clock, I'll just swing by. If I don't hear from you, if you don't call me and tell me there's a problem, I'll just come over and get it." So that's where we stand on the computer. Now, if RAM's memory, I'm just rattling on here about shit I don't know nothing about. But if RAM is your memory,
Normal.
and he had to change that one RAM thing, whatever it is, my mind says, did I lose the memory that was in that RAM? Which means, did I lose files? Did I lose some of the videos that I've been saving? I don't know. These are questions I have no idea.
We will see. Oh, and they're telling me Oak Hollow is not a family area. It's a part of the village is down by Eastport. Okay. Well, that's somewhere I haven't been yet. So I did not know that.
It's part of the villages?
Yeah, it's down by Eastport.
Called what?
Oak Hollow.
Oh, never heard of it.
It's a new village, evidently. Sure. Okay. Well, anyhow.
I was down there the other day.
We're glad you got your place.
I was down there the other day and riding around with somebody. Who was I riding around with? Who was it? We went by the prison. Okay. I didn't realize that literally, I got video if I haven't got it lost now. Here's the street, goes right in front of the prison. There's fences everywhere. There's the prison, across the street, black fence, empty field. That's the villages. What's going to go in that empty field? They're not going to leave that field empty. Would you buy a house straight across the street from the federal pen? I don't know. Federal pen? I keep thinking about that mafia guy that walked off.
Well, I said, we live next to the...
That time we lived there, it was not a prison. It was a reformatory.
Yeah, same thing.
No, it ain't the same thing. The state prisons, they'll electrocute you and kill you.
Well, but, yeah. I mean, most people moving down there know that by now.
I don't know.
It was very visible.
Well, then you got other things too, like, you got lights at night. I'm sure they have noise of some kind, sirens going off for lunchtime or something, like the Flintstones, Woo! I don't know.
Oh, yeah, Jerry, I was thinking of Oxford Oaks. That's what it is. Yeah. So we were in Oxford Oaks. That's Oak Hollow. I'll have to remember that. I've never been to Oak Hollow yet, so.
We've been to Ocala.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Oak Hollow, the new place down by
I thought you said Ocala.
No. And I said, I've not been down there, so. Darrison said, we're excited to come down next month and see you guys. Yeah, it'd be cool.
Stop.
And I said, that's a good time of year. The middle of September through October is really, really good for visiting.
Here.
And he's all booked at Brownwood Hotel. That's a nice place too. You'll like it. Oh, DJ M says, buddy looks so cute with his haircut. Yeah, we kind of had a roundabout with that haircut, but yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, I like him. We're not going back to the same people.
I like him fluffy though. I like him with all his hair, but his hair was getting in his eyes and messing with his feet, and he kept chewing at him and everything. So he had to have the cut. But I just like him when he's all fuzzy.
Don't let him kid you. They want to get his hair cut because his hair around his butthole gets too big, and then when he poops, it gets stuck in the hair.
Well, that too. I tell him to concentrate on his face, his feet, and his butt. Yeah. But yeah, you'll like it down here, Darrison. You really will. William says there's word that Jimmy Hoffa was buried alive.
I can't believe after all these years, they're still talking about where's Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe my mind just simply says, what difference does it make anymore?
Yeah. And Urban Interface Living says, is there really autumn in the villages? There is. It's not what you think of up north, with the leaves turning red and all that. Our autumn weather kind of just comes out of the 90s.
But we do have.
And it quits raining every day.
We do lose foliage. Like you can see right there, her fronds are dying off.
Yeah, we do lose the foliage, but it doesn't turn like
whatever those trees there are called that has the flowers on them. That big one that hangs over his house. She's got one in her front yard over here.
Oh, yeah.
They have them flowers on them. I don't know what they're called.
I can't think of it.
I like them when the flowers are on them, but fall time they look like that.
Yeah.
Which is, kind of.
Yeah, and then the trees and all look scraggly in the fall, in the winter. But yeah, you can tell a difference.
But you won't worry about that because you're going to start looking at some of the migrating animals that stop by that you never saw before.
Yeah.
Wintertime, they migrate from South America to Africa, and they stop in Florida for a rest period.
Yeah, we seen a couple this morning, and Betty was just going nuts because he likes the white irises that are here this time of year, and I said he loves to chase them around. They fly off. He can't get them.
But he ain't gonna catch none of them.
Well, but they had the big cranes this morning. There was a bunch of them, and they didn't have any babies amongst them, so the babies must have grown.
Grown up. Them sandhill cranes are so big, but it's amazing how in March you'll start seeing little babies walking around with their parents, and by September they're as big as their parents. I mean, they just grow so fast.
Yeah. Let's see. And Jerry says, yeah, they'll be here. By the time you get here, Jerry and his wife will be here. So you can get to meet them too.
If you really want to.
Mm-hmm. Kyle Reed says, hello, Sue and Skip on lunch and had to say hello. Enjoy your day. Well, thank you, Kyle. Enjoy your day. It's been overcast, and I think the sun's going to come out a little bit in just a few hours, I guess.
I was on the verge of doing this out front, but it just looks like it could rain any minute.
Yeah. But everything's showing that no rain until this evening, so we'll see. But like I said, the chairs out there was wet from the downpour we got yesterday. Let's see. Bill B says, hi, Skip and Sue. I'm at work but enjoying your show. Well, hey, Bill.
Is he watching our show while he's driving?
He just
Are you watching our show while you're driving, Bill?
Just says he's at work. So.
Yeah, but he drives a car when he's working.
Leather Cave says that the video with Skip and Jose was epic, funny, entertaining, and real. Yeah, and they, the two of them, I said, Skip doesn't hear very well, and Jose's got a heck of an accent. And he talks so fast that sometimes it's really hard to understand him. And I said, you can see the look on Skip's face when he looks at him, and he doesn't understand a word he's saying. And then watching Skip getting in POS 1. I mean, Skip's a big guy. And I said, trying to get in POS 1 is hilarious to me. But yeah, Skip's got a lot of video backed up that he hadn't been able. You
guys are lucky you even saw that. It's because my computer was locked out. I already had that downloaded for my members, and so the only thing I did, so you guys would have something to watch because I couldn't download anything, is I released it for public view on YouTube. Normally that stuff, because it's unedited, and if you really listen to it, there's a little bit of bad language in it, and so I put all that stuff on Patreon.
Yeah.
Like somebody said, what, you didn't take us inside the Costco store? Well, like I said, you just got that because my computer's down. I got more of that. Yes, we're going in the Costco store, but it's going to be on Patreon.
Yeah. And you've got a couple more videos with Jose. You've got a video with Kevin.
That's all on Patreon, right?
I haven't seen the one with Kevin on there.
Oh, I haven't edited that.
That's what I said. We
went down and had the sandwiches at Portillo's.
Yeah, and I said there's a lot.
And I got another one where we went down and had Portillo's with Jose. We run into, what's his name?
John Paul.
John Paul.
Yeah. Oh, and y'all, if you don't know it, Sean Paul has moved to Sully's on 466A. He's moved from the cows to Sully's, and if he's your hairdresser, he probably sent you a message, but if he didn't, I'm just telling you where he's at. Okay, the Casa del Sol bed and breakfast says idea for bath time is to put a section on the bath wall, and he will remember that it is peanut butter treat time instead of bath time.
I could try it.
Yeah.
I just know Buddy. If he gets in his head of one thing, you can't get it out of his head. If he hears that bath water, the peanut butter sandwiches and the treats is not going to mean a thing.
Yeah, and I've tried the treat thing, but I see he's kind of, yeah. He's still, he's almost 2 years old now, but he still acts like a puppy. Rester says, I'm in a restaurant in Darien, Georgia. I have the volume off, giving you watch time, but can't hear you. Healthy on Cooking said, Skip hasn't sounded better. I should watch more Skip with no volume. Way to go. Oh, and I love the pictures you had of Savannah, Rester. That's just such an interesting place. Like you said, there's history around every corner.
She says that RAM memory helps your computer to run smoothly. The hard drive is where the memory actually really is, where all the videos go. Well.
Yeah, and Becky says, Wrestler, you need earbuds. Yeah.
Need what?
Earbuds, because you've got the sound turned off. He's watching you, but you've got the sound turned off.
Yeah, I don't have them either.
Yeah, I got some pretty good ones.
Listen, you never notice how much crap you got to get now just to get in the car and go somewhere? I'll get my phone, got to get my earbuds, got to get this, got to get that, a billfold, credit card, gate pass. I'm like, God damn! I just want to go to the store.
That's what everybody does, Skip. Why it's a problem for you, I don't know.
It's just crazy to me that we have to do all this.
Yeah, I know. You've got a slave to do all that. Let's see. Yeah. Kimberly Creates has finally caught you guys live. Been enjoying your news video, Mike and Kim. Well, thank you, Kimberly. I said, yeah, he does a really good job on the news. And I said, we've been out of business now for a week or two because we got hacked and they took all our videos. But we're back. We haven't got everything back yet, but we're back enough that we can still move on.
I get my computer after this is over. As long as it loads up, then I'm going to sit in there probably the rest of the evening and probably sleep in the other bedroom because I'll be working till 4 o'clock in the morning trying to get this news done.
Yeah, but last week he's been going to bed and getting up early. I'm going, what's going on? Now I know he wasn't on the computer. Yeah, Kimberly Creates, we really like that you stopped by.
Who stopped by?
Kimberly Creates.
Kimberly Creates.
Yeah, Mike and Kim. And I said, we're here every Wednesday.
Have I met him?
I don't know.
Well, you said we appreciated you stopped by.
Yeah.
So have I met him?
I don't think so.
They're stopping by where?
They're new. The channel.
Oh, I think they're stopping by the house. Well, we say that because when we did Porch Settin, we've always said anybody wants to stop by, just stop by. We don't care. So I thought maybe they may have stopped by. We've had some people stop by because they don't want to be on camera, so they'll say, we just want to stop by and say hi, then they leave. They're probably wanted by ICE, and so they don't want their face on the camera.
And Becky says you likely did not lose any file skip. I doubt it did either, but you just never know. And I said, I'm not big on this technical stuff, so, I couldn't tell if he did or if he didn't. And I said, until people started telling me that they were seeing his face on a Bitcoin commercial.
Yeah, I don't sell Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I don't even hardly ever even take a sponsor. I get sponsorship offers every day because I'm always afraid that if I do something, I'm going to get hacked, and so I just don't do it.
And we think that's what happened this time.
I think maybe that might have happened because somebody sent me, well, I think it was legit. I don't think it was this one, but I sent in for 2 sponsors, and I checked both of them out. One of them was for lithium batteries. And so to protect me, I said, well, I'll tell you what, you send me the batteries, and when I get the batteries, then I'll get in contact with you by phone. And they sent me the batteries. I got in contact with him by phone. He told me what kind of commercial he was really wanting me to do for him. And I said, okay, I can do that. And then right in the middle of trying to get this thing set up, that's when this hacking thing started. It wasn't him. But there was another sponsor for VPN that came up, and I was in contact with them about doing a little bit of a commercial. And shortly after that, that's when the channel kind of went to shit. Yeah.
So we've not been able to get a hold of him about the batteries.
No, I've been trying to send him emails saying, hey, look, I just want you to know I'm not pulling any kind of a scam. If you want these batteries back, give me an address. I'll be more than glad to send them back to you. I'm not trying to make money this way. And I've sent him to him twice to his email. And so far, I've gotten no response whatsoever. So I don't really know what's happening there. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this guy is the guy that kind of scammed me. I don't know that.
And Jerry says Skip needs to go to Costco for his new hearing aids, huh?
Yeah, they said something about Costco hearing aids. And I might go there. I got a card.
They're up to November. They were swamped.
Who's up to November?
Costco, the hearing doctor there, they were swamped when they opened. And he said that you can't get a appointment until after November now. So I think you just as well go to a doctor.
Or just not go at all?
No, I think you need to go.
Nope, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to a doctor every week. I don't live in a doctor's office. I'm not doing it.
All right. Do we call him?
I got to my primary doctor. I'm not coming to you no more than once a year. Once a year. I'm not doing this twice a year thing. Well,
and I said you are fortunate that they've got everything in there but a hearing doctor.
How about a primary care doctor? It's just a thought. I can go right there and get it.
Yeah. Okay.
I need to talk to Craig to find out. What is the matter with him today?
I don't know. He's whiny. I don't know.
What?
Send up on me. You send up me, Daddy. Yes. I don't know what's the matter. What matter, honey? I don't know. He's been on my lap always. Instead of laying next to him, he's been on my lap. He just wants somebody hug on him, I guess. Don't you? You say hug me.
Where's his Chewies?
Yeah.
It's over there. Here. Go over there and eat that over there.
And Kimberly Cray says that I caught the video where you went to Costco. Yeah.
Well, we're not done. We didn't go in Costco.
Oh, yeah.
The video that I released here for these people, it just shows us going up to the door and it stops right there. Yeah. But I hid the camera on maybe stop it. When we went in the store, walked around, and I followed Jose. We went to every free place where they were handing out free samples of food.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with a couple of kids that were standing there with their mother, and actually we had a great time. I was just telling her, about stuff, and well, it's all in there. And then we sat down at the picnic table because Jose kept saying, "I'm buying lunch today." He said, "And I'm going to show you the best lunch with dessert at the cheapest price anywhere here." Okay, fine. So we go up there, and he orders the hot dog stuff. We went and put the stuff on it, and I think we had ice cream or something with it. I forget what it was. Yeah. And French fries, I think, came with it. Is that right?
You got a hot dog, a drink, and a dessert.
But I think French fries came with hot dog.
Maybe I've never had one.
I don't really remember now. So anyway, we're sitting at the table because I guess in Costco this is a normal thing that if there's a picnic table, there's only two people there. People just sit down.
Yeah.
Whether you know them or not, which I'm okay with it, but I just didn't know if I was being intrusive or not. So anyway, we sit there and we sit talking. There were two old ladies there. Well, everybody here's old. So there were two ladies there, and we got to talking to them. And one lady told me all about her dead husband, and the other lady was telling me that she bought a house over by, where's Deb live at? What's that town called?
Mount Dora.
Mount Dora. They said that he always wanted a boat, couldn't have it here, so he sold his place in the Villages and bought a house over at Mount Dora, got a boat. She said 2 months after he got the boat, he died. And she said, so now I live over there with a boat that I don't even want. And she said, I can't sell it because nobody says that they want a boat. This is how the conversation goes. So they got up and left. Two other old people sat down. One of them was a lady. The other one was her husband, I guess, older guy. She did all the talking. All the time we were sitting there, he never said one word, not one word. She was talking about, I don't know, she lives in the Villages too, but also moved out. And she told us why, and I forget how the story goes, but why she moved out, where she went, and the things that she sees now here compared to what it was like then. And she looked at her husband, she goes, "Ain't that right, Frank?" Frank goes, "Hmm." That's it. That was the whole conversation.
Oh, my goodness. Bill B says, Skip, I love your shirt. Where can I get one?
I don't remember where I got it.
You ordered it online, didn't you?
I got it online somewhere. I got one like this and a bright red one. I know they look like they glow in the dark, don't they? I just thought that'd be a cool shirt to have on. Well, I never even thought about it. Like for the news, be a little different. I can't wear this on the news because it's green. And on green screen, when I wear this, what you see in the background, the news, whatever's back there, also shows up on this. So I can't wear this.
Yeah. Lady J Ram says, RAM memory helps run the computer smoothly. The hard drive memory is where your videos are stored, so your saved videos should be safe. So happy to see y'all back up and running. Thank you.
Well,
we're glad we are too. We wasn't sure at first, let me tell you.
So we're not totally done yet. We're still working on this. There's some things I got to do when I get the computer back. I got to get on there and make sure that YouTube's commercial money is being sent to my account and not somebody else's. I think it is. I think this happened once before, and it was the same thing, crypto. The first time we got hacked, it was a crypto guy. But me and Russell got on there, and within a matter of an hour or two, we got it all back.
Yeah.
But see, Google's changed everything. And if you don't get on these things every day and every day and every day, you will not see the changes until you need it. And then you're going to look at it and go, what the hell? It's just weird. Brad
Chase says, hey, Skip and Sue, welcome back. Having lunch in Sarasota with my brother. Well, hey, Brad's brother. I hope you guys have a good lunch. It's overcast here, but, that's about it. The weather's good. Nice little breeze. Let's hoping the sun comes out for long. But I love Sarasota. Yeah, I think it's a nice place. Oh, Cindy G says Sammy the Bull did a video and said Hoffa was incinerated.
They got all kinds of...
Yeah, yeah.
Everything from in a barrel, taken out in the middle of the ocean, to I don't even know what. A car crusher was one of them, I think.
Yeah. And
Okay, I found it. Hold on. This is about the Villages bankruptcy thing. I'll read it to you. It ain't real long. Today, I got this last night about 4 o'clock in the morning. Why was that at 4 o'clock in the morning, you say? well, I'll let you know later. Today, the bankruptcy court approved the Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Now, see, is that different? Senior Primary Care.
It's through Humana.
Hmm?
It's through Humana. It's through Humana.
But it's Centerwell buying the place.
Yeah.
So we're only talking about one part of.
Yeah, yeah. It's a play on words.
The healthcare business services of Humana Incorporated as the buyer of the village's health assets. The transaction is not formally closed yet, and we are committed to providing you updated and timely news. Please be assured that there will be no changes, I don't believe them at all, to your care and lapse of coverage during the transitional period. Obama's last famous words, you can keep your health care person that you have now. And just like the villages, they can change that anytime they want. We believe the sale of Centerwell will continue to be our mission of providing high-quality health care. I'm not sure that I've been getting high-quality health care up to this point.
When you go once a year, what do you know?
They do the same thing. You know, Dad, I can remember when Dad, his doctor said, at your age, I'm going to send you in for a complete physical. Now, that's the difference than the guy bend over, coughing, and put my finger up your ass. That's not a physical. That's just checking a couple of things. Dad got a physical. He was in the hospital for 3 days doing all this stuff. When was the last time that happened around here? Never. So, as we previously shared, Centerwell's care model aligns closely, but not 100% to ours. And we anticipate this will be a seamless transition. Don't believe that either. I believe they're going to send us all a letter saying, well, you know, we're going to have to find you a new doctor. We're going to have to change the copay.
Well,
I also want to reiterate that you are, why does that say sign in? Apparently I got signed out of something. What am I signing into? There was a problem signing you into an account. My YouTube account?
oh my gosh.
Hold on. It's fingerprint. I changed everything to fingerprints. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. It's, anyway, I'm not going to read it anymore because it'll mess up my channel. But, yeah, that's it. So, you know, they bought it. It's been approved by courts anyway. It hadn't been finalized, but it's been approved by courts. So that's who it's going to be here.
Yeah.
Humana.
And
Who have I got now? Humana's taken over. Who have I got now?
United Healthcare.
United Healthcare. And Sue's telling me United Healthcare's got financial problems.
Well, they don't have financial problems, but they're being sued a lot. So, but and Jose Diablo says Hopper was cremated, and that's that.
Yeah, you're never going to find it. After how long has it been? 40 years, 50 years? You ain't going to find him.
Kevin says nice weather coming tomorrow afternoon. Well, it's nice weather now, other than it's overcast. But listen, the sun's coming. I can see some blue sky there a little bit. So another hour or two. Lavinia Allen says, hey, Sue and Skip, Matt and I will be down next week for our lifestyle visit. Glad y'all are back online. We missed you. Maybe we will run into y'all when we're there.
Laura says I sound very skeptical about the village's health system. Gee, I wonder why. I've been hacked twice. All the presidents for the last 4 elections that I know of have all lied to us, every one of them. It doesn't make a difference which ones they've all lied. From the Bushes lied, from what was his famous thing, we're looking for weapons of mass destruction. They were never found, they never had them. It's just one lie after another. These people lied. The villages, people that started the health system here from the very beginning, all of a sudden said, if you're not now, you got to get out. After 20 years, you got to go. Those people are pissed, and they won't never come back to the system. I mean, so I'm skeptical of all of it.
Well, and I just wonder how many, the doctors are not here full time. They're on usually at least. I'm wondering how many of them are going to stay when they know it's a safe.
Well, they have a contract. Like our doctor, she told me herself. She's from the Orlando hospital. She comes up here. What she say? 2 days a month, 1 day a month,
I don't know.
something like that. My doctor's not even here 99% of the time. And when I go see my doctor, I see Well, I don't know what she is.
Oh, the nurse practitioner.
Nurse practitioner. She's the one that actually takes care of me. She's my doctor. She's just not getting the paycheck for it.
And that's the way most of them are, because, you know, they got not enough doctors here, and they're coming out.
Now, when I told my doctor the last time I saw her, I said, you know, this health system thing's really, really starting to bug me. It ain't the health system so much. It's just, I don't like changing things. If I got a barber, I keep the same barber until he's dead. If I, you know, well, you women are the same way. You laugh, but you're the same way. If you got a good nail person, you continue, even if they go to a different store, you'll follow that nail person.
Yeah.
Well, doctors to me is more important than a nail person.
Well, I know.
And then this is my fourth doctor here in 10 years. And I told her, I'm getting sick of it. And then she says, well, you're going to get sick of it even more. So why is that? She says, I'm only here for 2 years.
So I said, I think they only sign a 2 or 3 year contract. So that's what I said. I wonder how many of them's going to jump ship, not knowing what's going to go on, you know, after. And I said the bankruptcy court was denying the sale at first because there was some wording in there, from what I understood, that protected everybody involved.
Well, there's a lawsuit. It's in there. I'll have to read it. Maybe I'll get it on the news. There's a lawsuit against.
Give me a clue.
Who the hell am I with now?
United
Healthcare. There's a lawsuit against, United Healthcare has filed a lawsuit about this sale for something. I don't know what it is.
They were the prime.
Well, I haven't read it. It's the new one that just came out.
Okay.
So there might be several lawsuits. I don't even know.
Yeah. But yeah, we don't.
Thank God for lawyers.
Oh, but thank you, Lavinia. I hope we do run into each other. Like I said, if you want to get together, get on Skip's email and let us know when you're here, and we'll see what we can do. DL2 somewhere in the census yet, but winter and snow up next. That's right, winter's coming. Now, we don't notice it as much here, but as I said, sometimes I don't know how to dress because it doesn't dawn on me. It's fall now. It's just not necessarily here.
I don't think being retired, we always make a big thing about the weather. Down here it's warmer in the winter and you got to deal with it up there. And that's true. I'm not denying that at all. But I don't think when you're old and retired that the cold weather is as important to you as you might think it is. Because when you're old and you ain't got to go to work, you just stay in the house, watch TV, and turn the heater up. You don't care.
And see, I don't want to do that. That's, I can do that when I'm dead. Let's see. Jose Diablo said, I wonder if they make hearing aids that translate Spanish. I'll bet they do. I really bet that they do. It's just, they've got so many things on them now that once you get to a certain age, you don't want one that, there's one that turns off the background noise, it's one with Bluetooth. They do so many things now that after a while, you don't want to mess with all that stuff.
You know what I was noticing? You got an ink pen in there from somebody else also, like from Citizens Bank or something. And then this one's from Nihas over here. We got the car. Mm-hmm. You're the exact same pens that I got from my channel.
Oh, yeah.
This person must really get around here.
Well, it's a big company. And they're not the only ones.
Somebody's knocking on doors or something.
Well, no, they're not the only ones that do those. There's all kinds of custom printing places.
In case you guys don't know, for like we have our members lunch and stuff like that, we pass out all kinds of stuff like this. Ours came with a flashlight, a little flashlight, and we just give them to our members. It has our channel name on it and stuff. And
yeah. But like, the car dealers have them, the banks have them, They
got my stuff?
No, they have the pins with their names on them.
What if I could give my stuff, they pass them out?
It's called marketing.
That's what I'm thinking. What if I give them my stuff?
Let me tell you, you talk about marketing. I was so shocked the other day. I was at the dermatologist. I had some Mohs surgery. They were putting some stitches in me, and I'm sitting there watching the health monitor on the wall, the one that talks about different diseases and stuff. It's like a little TV. Up in the middle of all these pops up a commercial for Jerry and Linda.
Oh, you can buy a commercial.
Not on this thing. That's what I said. I don't know how all it is.
Everything's for sale. I don't care what it is.
Well, it discusses diseases and stuff, and up there it discusses stitches and things like that. But I couldn't believe that there it was.
I've had all kinds of suggestions because I've always been concerned about our channel just sitting and growing like it should be. I'm actually well over 100,000 subscribers now, and I'm not even close to that. And I've had all kinds of suggestions from people. To be honest with it, I don't think they know what the hell they're talking about. They said, well, one guy, my channel was always called Skip Smith The Villages. That's where you got that TV at the end of the thing in there. The guy said, well, because they don't Google search Skip Smith. You got to put that Villages first. Well, I did that years ago. Never made a change. And then somebody said, you should run a newspaper ad.
A newspaper ad?
Yeah, to advertise your channel on a newspaper.
I've never seen that.
I said, really? What newspaper should that be? I mean, if I got one in every major city in the United States, that's like hundreds of thousands of dollars. What the hell's the matter with you people?
No, but there's a way to.
I depend on these people. Truthfully, get right down to it. I depend on these people to promote my channel.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
Bad karma, I don't know if Sean Paul got fired or if he just
he quit.
Wanted to go somewhere else.
He quit. He told us that story. You weren't there.
I wasn't there, no.
Without getting into a lot of detail, he found out that the lady, and this is the reason why I quit calling Donna. The same, and I told him, I said, that's what I told you about Donna. Well, he knows Donna now. That the lady that you call and make the appointment, I always wanted to call Donna and have her set that up because Donna's the one that does the bookings. But Cal demands you call the front desk. They will set the bookings up for Donna or anybody else working in there. Yeah. The lady up front can be bought.
Oh, okay.
And well, that's my sister's over there, so I'm going to put all this over here on my sister. Yeah. It's kind of like a restaurant. The servers make you sit and wait because they're going to put you in where they want you to be because that's my brother working over here, so I'm going to put you over there. And so he was finding out that his workload seemed like it was slowing down.
I know he said it was really slow last week.
I'm coming to find out it was. He was talking to some of his customers, regular customers, saying that they said that he wasn't available, all this and that, when he was available. So he just said he just quit.
Well, I wish him luck there. I've not been to Sully's, but I've heard a lot about him. So, but like it's on 466A. If y'all are looking for him, but like I said, he probably sent you. Like I said, he sent all of us. He sent a message, so he probably sent it to you. But just in case,
I don't think he would have all their emails of his customers. I mean, maybe he does, but I just think that'd be awkward to have a guy cut your hair and say, "Hey, by the way, what's your email?"
Oh, well, I don't know, but anyhow, great guy. He does a good job. I've seen several color jobs that he's done that was excellent.
Well, Becky, that's true. What you're saying is true, but it's true and it's not true. The algorithm is supposed to let people know. They're supposed to have these recommended channels like mine on the side coming up. But soon as you tell you, they don't come up. Some of my videos just never come up. We get on my own TV and we'll go to my YouTube channel and we'll see all these recommendations there. And even though it's my channel, guess what? I'm not on it. I get shadow blocked all the time because I say things like shit. So you get shadow blocked. Or I'll talk about some kind of political thing. You get shadow blocked because to them, I think you're promoting hate or something. I don't know. And so I get shadow blocked constantly. That's the reason why I've been pushing Patreon a lot. So for $2 a month, that's as cheap as I can make it. You get on Patreon. Patreon don't block me for nothing. Nothing. That's why I put the unedited stuff with me and Jose running around because language gets used. I very seldom ever put it on YouTube because they'll shadow block me. And I put it on Patreon where they don't even block me if I use any kind of popular music. YouTube will. You got to buy the music or you can't put it on there.
Laura says, why is the steering wheel on POS 1 on the right side?
Because it's a Japanese truck. It came from Japan. That truck came from Japan, literally. And yeah, that's the way it is. Tell me about it. That's why it's so small, because Japanese people are small.
Yeah, listen, just him getting in that thing just cracks me up.
I can't even fasten the seatbelt. I have to hand it to him to fasten it down here because I can't get way back there where it needs to be.
Oh, and Becky Porter says, Buddy would get along great with my playful weirdo. But he gets along great with most all the animals. And,
or any person.
Or any person. He likes people better than
animals. He likes
animals.
everybody, especially women.
Yeah, but we've got a big sheepdog here in the neighborhood. We call it Big Dog. It's a female, and her name is Gabby. But we always look for Big Dog, don't we, Boo-Boo? Huh? Yeah, he looks for, and I think Big Dog scares the poop out of him, but he wants to go nose her anyhow. He's got to go get in her face anyhow. But yeah, he gets along with all the dogs. Now, I took him to the dog park before, And I don't know, he kind of stands and watches me. He doesn't really get out and play much, but he hasn't done it a whole lot. So I think, he probably needs to do it more, but it's just been too darn hot. So, but like I said, when we walk by him when we're walking, he does fine. He wants to see all of them. And if he hears the garage door go up, that's where he's going. He thinks it's for him.
Well, I think a lot of that, they taught him that because a lot of the ladies here, when he was younger, everybody wanted to give him a treat. Even the lady over here next door.
He still does.
Yeah, they buy stuff and he knows it. And he'll run over there and they'll give him a treat.
Yeah, and I used to do the same thing for I had him. I would walk and I'd always carry dog treats with me. So when somebody had a dog, I always give him a goodie. Yeah. Give them some goodies. Yes. And so all the ladies that walk around here, they do the same thing. Let's see. Jose Diablo says, we visited Savannah.
We're up to 178 people. Say, much better on the older channel than the new channel. We tried doing this Porch Settin on a new channel. We ended up getting something like 17 people. That was it.
No, we had over 50 because all our regulars went immediately to that channel. When we said we needed over 50 to broadcast live.
Just so you guys know, it's very possible when all this goes back up. I'm not going to delete the other channel. I think it's good to have the other channel as a backup channel in case it happens again. But I'm probably not going to post very much on that channel at all. And when I do post something on there, it may be something really stupid. But I'm just going to post something once in a while just to keep the channel open. I don't know if I can pause it or not. If I can pause it, that's probably what I'm going to do. Because as you've seen, I got 4 channels here. Every one of them's got a different email. I have to do a different email.
Oh, goodness. Jose Donaldson, we visited Savannah and Tybee Island in June. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's about the time we were there, and it is. It's a beautiful place. That whole area is. And let's see, there was, what was it? A turtle sanctuary we went to on the island?
Georgia? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was trying to tell them the island. I think it was St. Simon's.
Yeah, there's
Jekyll Island, there's St. Simon's Island, there's some other islands, but I couldn't remember where the turtle sanctuary was at.
Yeah, I couldn't remember, but we went to the turtle sanctuary.
They also have their own deer on that island, too. There's a special deer that's only on that island. Well, they say, but who knows?
When they kept telling us Sandra Bullock lived on one of them.
Who?
Like, I said, that's nice.
Who?
Sandra Bullock. Really? You don't know who that is?
I know who it is, but I don't remember somebody telling us that.
Well,
There's no houses on that island.
On one of the islands. I didn't say which one.
I wonder if that person we went to were Charlie. We walked down and they had a little town. We sat outside and had pop.
Yeah.
Whatever island that was. I don't know what that was.
I don't remember which one.
I kind of like that island.
Yeah. Did it have a lighthouse?
I don't know. Like I said, Charlie's, that was his Brunswick, Georgia. That was his neck of the woods. So.
Oh, and Sean Jones says 2 things for me, wallet and keys, when you walk out the door. Yeah, well, we need a checklist here. Wallet and keys don't get it. It's wallet, keys, camera, glasses, you name it.
See, that's another thing. Keys. This so-called thing that we carry is not a key.
I don't know why technology.
How many times have I walked out there and come back in here and complain, where's the goddamn key to start this goddamn car?
If it took a key, you'd still have to come back and get it.
When I had my cars, it had a key. I just left the key in the ignition.
But since we both use a car, you can't do that.
You know what? I'm going to buy me an old car, an old pickup truck that takes a key, a real key.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It's the same thing. You'd have to have a key.
Then why don't I just leave that in the car? I'll tell you why. You keep taking it out and tell me quit leaving this in the car.
Yes, because the doors won't lock if your key's in it.
So what?
Oh, my God.
Let him steal it. I don't like the car anyway.
Oh, and Rich A says you need a man handbag. Yeah, and Laura says a man purse for all your stuff.
No, I'm not doing that. You guys know better than that. That ain't happening.
Kimberly Gray says, I played all your ads on a couple of your vids to help you with the overhead. Thank you. Yeah, that helps. And I said, if you get a chance, I said, if we ever get the RV channel back, go look at some of the traveling that we've done, some of the places we've been. Those are interesting, even though, they're they're old, we haven't been anywhere
Well,
for
some
a
of them
while.
are that old. I've been putting all my North Dakota stuff on there.
Oh, wow, okay.
And the last one I put on there, I think, was you guys were up there at the whatever, rep center, whatever that place is up there where you were setting it up.
Okay.
And I said, I think I titled it, I was in the way. So I got in the car and I drove around town taking pictures of the town, of houses and things like that. And I said, notice one thing, all these places around here, all these empty lots, you don't see a for sale sign anywhere,
No.
do you? Because they got a thing up there. And I'll tell you, maybe they don't like it. I don't really care. They don't want Canadians buying property in that town. So they do not release it to any kind of real estate company because they have an ethics law where they can't discriminate. But if you own that property, you can. So if there's no phone numbers, there's no nothing. And if you want to know what property is for sale, you got to go to the town commissioner or something to ask for a list. You get the list, you call directly to the owner, and then talk to them and see if you can work out a deal. That's how they keep the Canadians from buying property.
Somewhere in the sentence is a merce. Not a purse, it's a merce. A man bag.
You can call it what you want. It's a girl thing, and I'm not doing it. Listen, there's a donut right now in my refrigerator that the W&L crew bought me. It's got pink icing on it. Now, they want to play dumb going, oh, we didn't know that. Yes, they did. I'm not eating that donut. It's got pink icing on it. That's a girl collar. I'm not eating that.
They're so dumb. Yeah, methinks you protest too much. Okay. And Sean Jones says maybe get an external hard drive to store your videos on.
You're exactly right. I've got 3 now, but they're portable hard drives. They're like 1 terabyte a piece. Which should be plenty for me. But one's for like one channel, one's for like another channel, stuff that I save. But the stuff that's on there is generally videos that need to be edited and then uploaded. The things that I don't save, and I don't know if I can save it all, is like my editor. I bought the editor online. I got to pay for it every year. And the updates and things comes from online. And I don't know if I can save that kind of stuff. And that's the stuff I'm talking about saving is those.
Yeah. And Garrison said, we love Sam's Club over Costco. Well, I do too right now. Like I haven't had too much to do with Costco. I've been there a couple times, but I've been to Sam's Club a lot. And there's some of the things that they do that, the not having to go through the register, the scan and go. I love that. That's wonderful to me. Costco doesn't have that yet. I hear they're working on it, but right now they don't have it. And I said at Costco, you have to show your card going in and out. You don't have to do that at Sam's. There's just a lot of things, that I like about Sam's Club. So, but both of them have their pluses.
Don't they both have a different checkout procedure?
They do. And the one thing I didn't like about Costco was I used my debit card, but I don't use it as a debit card. I use it as a credit card. But I like the idea that if it's a credit card, I don't have to give them my PIN, but it comes right out of my bank account. I can't do that at Costco. They won't accept that card. I can at Sam's. So, I don't want to be buying all my groceries on my credit card. I'd rather do it on my debit card because it comes right out of my bank account. So, they said they're going to change, but we'll see. So right now I'm with you. I'm a big Sam lover. Rester says, we're going back on the road. I'll put pics on Discord later tonight per Skip's request and see you on the other side.
What's that?
Wrestler.
Oh.
So they're going back on the road. But he'll have pictures tonight on Discord. Kimberly Gray says, no, we haven't stopped by yet. I probably would not do that unannounced. Mike and I are considering becoming new villagers as soon as we can. We love it, Kimberly. Other than the traffic is getting very oppressive to everybody, not just me. But like people that come from the big city, because we didn't. We were outside of Indianapolis, and we could go in traffic if we wanted to, but we didn't have to. So the more traffic there is, the less I like. But some people come from, New York, California, places like that, and they said that, the traffic here is nothing compared to those cities. So it's all a matter of perspective, I guess. But hopefully you get to be villagers soon. There's a lot of beautiful places here to buy. And don't forget that you can also buy pre-owned. You don't have to have brand new. You may want to do brand new because of your age, because the younger population is going to the south end, but you don't have to. And you get a lot of perks with buying a pre-owned. A lot of stuff's already done for you. And, you know, and as far as having to go shopping or anything like that, everybody has to head north to go shopping because there's really not much down there. When the big Walmart gets open, I mean, it'll be nice, but still you don't have a large amount of shopping down there. Now, so you go to 441 and you have Marshalls and some of the other stores, Kohl's, Ulta, some of the bigger stores you have up there that you don't have to the south yet. But you're close enough in the south, you're close enough to go into Leesburg. So kind of, I think it's a push really. But I kind of like, we're kind of in the middle, and I like that. Becky Forbes says, these scammers are from other countries. They hijack all kinds of channels. I have 2 friends with YouTube channels for the same scammer that hijacked you. Change your passwords. Oh,
all that's done. I had it all changed 2 or 3 times before they even hacked me. According to the latest investigation, and that was explained to me, that they don't need your password anymore to hack you. There's some changes. I keep talking about these updates. Changes that YouTube has made now when you upload a video to your channel. There are markers that they put on your video that you don't see. It says background stuff. There's markers. Now, I'm not sure what those markers do. It's for YouTube's use. But some of these hackers has found out now they can get into that marker, extract stuff, whatever it is they're extracting, and they can get into your account, let's say from the back door. They don't need your password. They don't need anything. And they can get in there. And I said, well, I got this double thing that you're supposed to do where I go to sign in, it comes up to verify it's me, a fingerprint, and then it sends me a thing on my phone. Yes, that's me. I mean, I've got all these things that they give you. He says that gets by all that.
Yeah, and they did.
And they did. So I'm not sure we're really protected about anything.
Yeah. And Jackie Van Auken says, hi, Skip and Sue. Really enjoyed the video going to Costco. Is part 2 online?
It'll be on Patreon.
Yeah, it'll be on Patreon, but it won't be on regular YouTube.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Because there's language.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We was in the store. There was no language in the store. Because there's kids in there. I wouldn't talk that way around kids. But what was funny was, I'm standing here going, Jose, what are we doing? What are we saying? I don't know where we're at. So what are we doing? He goes, we're standing here to get some of that meat. What meat? You mean that little piece of meat they're putting in this little plastic cup up there? We're standing in line for that?
Oh, well. But anyhow, part 2 isn't up yet, but it will be soon.
The little girl next to me goes, yeah, Mom does that all the time, too. We stand here all day waiting for a free sample of nothing.
Oh, Kimberly Corey says, the first one had me laughing so hard. Yeah, the 2 of them are case. And I haven't seen the video with Kevin yet, but I figure it's probably the same. That's because these men get together and they're impossible. Let me tell you, they're really impossible. Becky Forbes says, my husband is the exact same way. He nods a lot, says uh-huh, and yep, and nope.
That's what that guy, I was cracking up there as we're talking. I'm looking at Jose. He's looking at me. I think we both were thinking the same thing. She's got him trained. He ain't saying a word.
Oh, and Laura says, another rumor is that Jimmy Hoffa was buried in a football stadium.
Is he?
Yeah,
There's so many rumors about Hoffa.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Rich A says, as a viewer, YouTube is constantly changing position of chat and buttons. Yeah, they change everything. About every week there's an update, and it's hard to keep up. It really is. Sean Jones is having lunch watching you in Northwest Arkansas. We just got back from our last tour visit, looking to move in about 18 months. Well, come on down, Sean. My neighbor just headed to Arkansas. Her grandchildren up there.
Homer Ridge Runners.
Yeah,
I don't even know what a Ridge Runner is, but I heard that in my trucking experiences all the time. Where you? I'm from Ridge Runner State, man. I'm Homer Ridge Runners. So you know what that is? Is that a football team? What is that?
And I don't know. You know, my dad used to say that all the time.
You never ask questions like that on the CB because now you're letting everybody out there that can hear you know that you're a dumbass.
Oh, well. Laura says, you sound very skeptical about this village health situation. He is.
I am.
But he's skeptical about everything.
Pretty much.
But really, this is something that we don't know what's going to happen. They keep assuring us everything's going to stay the same. But, you know, I mean, listen to who you're listening to. You don't know.
We're talking about a guy that got his $200,000 bonus the day before they filed bankruptcy. I'm telling you, I don't trust any of these people.
Yeah, the article in the paper today said that they, you know, that some think it was a put-up deal.
Well, it kind of looks that way.
Yeah, and the sale and everything, because that's what United Healthcare is having a fit about, is because they had the original contract with the villages for the advertisement and everything. And now, you know, for Humana, and they changed, they did have the sale as Humana, now they have the sale as Centerwell, because Centerwell is a portion of Humana. So I think they changed that name because of that. And they did have I think they had to put it up for bids again, and Centerwell won this time, is what it said. So you just never know.
It's all a complicated mess.
Yeah.
And one thing I know about complicated messes, the more complicated you can make it, thank you, lawyers, the easier it is to screw you, because you'll never be able to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what happened to Medicare. $350 million overbilled, and it took them this long to find that?
Yeah. Yeah, Jerry's fired up. He said Jimmy Hoff is hiding out in the Caribbean with Elvis and Amelia Earhart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, every week I see a new show on saying that they found Amelia. They've never found Amelia as far as I know.
I think they found her. It's just that there's no DNA there now. When they found that, there's a wing on some island that's close to where they thought she was, but not quite.
Yeah.
And then they got on there and they found like lipstick case, some old things that dated back to about the right time. They found a skull, and they tried to extract DNA from it, but it was just worn out. There's no DNA in it.
Yeah.
So I think they found her, but they just can't say that's her.
Jose Diablo says, winter has been really getting depressing in Ohio. It's cold and the lack of sunshine matters. It does. It does to me. It does to a lot of people. Even when it's cold down here, if the sun's shining, I'm good to go. You know, and it doesn't
cold
get
down here.
it doesn't get, well, it does get cold.
What do you mean when it gets colder?
Well, it does get cold, but you know, it's usually not.
It's in the evening when you're sleeping. That's when it's cold.
Well, yeah, it gets cold at night. And sometimes we get down 40, sometimes 30 degrees. We have had below 30 degrees before, but it's usually one day at a time.
Yeah, but it's not, it doesn't last very long.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's at nighttime.
Yeah.
By the time you get up in the morning, it's back up to 45.
Now, the almanac says that this year's going to be wet and cold. So
This winter?
for Florida, yeah. And I said,
I got a motorhome.
Huh?
I got a motorhome.
Yeah.
Arizona's not that far away.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, I understand, Jose, we were in Indiana, and we understand that the winters up there is, not only is it cold, but it's dreary. And I said, the sun down here.
I don't think it's the cold that bothers me so much as, what does he want? This dog drives me nuts.
Because you go see what every time he wants.
Where you at?
Oh, he's babied this dog so much. And most of it's his fault. No, I mean, I do. I know. I admit that I do it, but he does it too. Barbara says, late to the porch home. Hope someone saved me a seat. Well, sure, Barbara. We're here. Glad to have you. Amazon sells earphones that translates Spanish as a person is actually speaking to you. Yeah, that's what I said. I was pretty sure that they had something like that. I've never seen them. I know a friend of mine had some, and I'm just amazed at some of the things that they do. You know, and I didn't, well, I'll tell you, for years, I didn't know that she had hearing aids in. That's how good they are. And I said, she didn't tell anybody. And I said, it was really one of those things. I've never seen her without them. But they do some wonderful things. But like I said, there is a point, but she's really, really smart. So there is a point to where there's too much stuff on them and you don't want to mess with everything. Laura Weiss says, amazing. Do they have earphones for Italian too? And they probably do. You know, it's one of those things I've got on my phone. I've got the translator on my phone. Just in case, you just never know.
Translator for what?
Different languages.
I'm an American. I only know one language. That's English.
Yeah. Well, and I said Jose said, no, it was,
Don't listen to Jose, he lies.
no.
Oh.
Amazon sells earphones that translate Spanish as the person is actually speaking to you.
I don't
Somebody
care.
asked if they had hearing aids that would translate for you. Yeah, okay.
Who asked that?
I don't know, somebody way back there.
Oh.
Captain
I can see where
Jacobson.
that'd come in handy if you travel to foreign countries.
Yeah,
But in my country, English is my language.
right. Captain Jacobson says, winter is not as bad when retired as you can stay inside and laugh at everyone in the morning
That's what I said.
in their cold cars.
You can. You say, hey, make me another cup of coffee. I'm going to watch The Price is Right. I ain't going outside. Look at that out there. I'm not going out there.
Yeah, well, you take me up in the cold weather when I'm in the home.
If it's nasty outside, you'll be in the home by yourself because I'm not coming up there.
And Becky Forbes says, YouTube algorithm will wake up the more people hit the like button. And comments are very important. Even if you just say great or thanks, any comment will wake up the algorithm. Yes, yes. Give us a like. Give us a thumbs up.
Well, see, I just seen a YouTube expert because I'm a creator of content and I'm also part of their team, whatever they call that. So they send me things as a creator of things that they've changed. And one of them was analytics that people talk about how it's always been. Now they're saying so the amount of subscribers you have and the analytics is no longer as important as they once were.
I never thought they were to start with.
They've always said they was. That's all I know. Now, I don't know what that means because that's all the message really said. So what is important?
Well, I said just, the more people hit the like button and comments are very important.
My mind just says, how hard is it,
Say hi.
No, man, how hard is it just to go over to there are people, I hear these excuses all over the place. Well, I don't subscribe because I don't want to have a bunch of stuff sent to me. I don't know where that comes from.
I don't know.
So, and I see these other channels that I'm subscribed to, they have like 5 million subscribers. You think those people are worried about somebody sending them something?
Yeah. And if you do subscribe, hit the bell. So you supposedly will get notified when we have
I can't guarantee any of that.
Can't guarantee it, but that's how
that notification thing. I go live now on Patreon. I have reasons for this, for the future, but I was live again last night on Patreon. On this laptop, it didn't work out that well. The live works out. It's the chat that I see here. On here, it just looks kind of weird. And it might be me because it's new on Patreon. But I thought about even possibly changing Porch Settin all over to Patreon and do it nothing but on Patreon. As time goes on, I can't keep doing 4 channels. It's just too much work.
All right, well.
No matter how much work I do, they're not subscribers anyway. So my point is, if you ain't going to subscribe, you ain't going to watch, why am I doing it? And that's bottom line.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why comments will overcome that. Yeah, make a comment. Just say hi. That's okay. Yeah. Bad Karma says, Skip, if you want to get 100,000, you'll have to do the mouth open, moronic YouTube algorithm thumbnails, and all of your content must be positive and awesome.
So they go blah, 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 blah. The guy talk about something he knows nothing about.
No, he's right.
I just told you. They just sent me that says that analytics is no longer makes any difference anymore.
You did not understand what I said.
I don't understand most of what you say. You're like Jose.
Well, I know what he's saying. Yeah, it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, isn't it, Bad Karma? You have to moronic YouTube algorithm thumbnails, and all of your comments must be positive and awesome.
I know that guy. He does say that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of he's cool, very cool, awesome, very cool, awesome. It gets on your nerves to listen to it.
Rich A says Patreon is a company. I don't like having my credit card number on file where they bill me every month.
Well, let me just say this. If you don't like it, that's fine. That's your credit card, your money. You do what you want to with it. But do you think that Patreon's the only company that does that? If you pay a phone bill with that, they got it. If you're going to Amazon, they got it. If you go to Walmart and give them your card to buy something, they got your information right there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is something that's everywhere. The only thing you can do to protect yourself on your credit card is make sure that your information is private on your credit card through your bank or wherever. Like mine's Bank of America. We've had Bank of America now for 30 years or more. Mm-hmm. I have never hacked on Bank of America. One time I went to get gas, and for some reason it wouldn't take it. And I called the number, and the guy looked on it, and we were in a strange town, getting ready to go on the cruise. Mm-hmm. And I went to use my credit card in Miami area, which I'm leery of Miami anyway, but they charge you $1 on that credit card, and then somehow you're supposed to respond to that $1, and then they release it to buy gas. Yeah. It was something like that, or some security thing. Well, I didn't catch it at that time. When it didn't take the credit card, I just was in a hurry. I just went ahead and paid for the gas in cash. So when I got home, that's when we noticed that. So, but other than that, we have never been hacked on our credit card, ever.
Yeah, knock on wood.
And I can tell you, I got like almost 500 members on Patreon. None of them has ever been hacked. Usually what happens on Patreon, I don't know how it works. I got the hiccups eating that cookie. I got no coffee. But I don't know how it works there. I don't know if every month you have to, I think some people are setting it up to work. Every month they have to approve a charge. So here, I got a $2 charge. Do you approve or not approve an email or something? And if you don't approve it, then Patreon kicks you out. And I think that happens to a couple of people. But most of my members that I have, and I've got a lot of them, and a lot of them live right here, and they've never had a problem with it, ever.
Kimberly says, Mike said, when checking yourself on the way out the door, you say spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Testicles?
Spectacles,
testicles. Oh, I thought you said testicles.
I did. Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Huh?
Oh, Kimberly, you have to explain that to him.
I lost that one.
And Becky says she felt the same way about giving her credit card out. But, you know, if you do have a problem with that, a lot of things that I do, I use PayPal. You know, if you got you can put a certain amount in PayPal.
Yeah, but you're saying that, but not every place takes PayPal, like Amazon. Amazon don't take PayPal. I tried.
You did?
Huh?
You did?
Yeah, because I don't like using my credit card on there for a $2 item. I got PayPal, so I just pay for it PayPal and have it sent here. They don't take PayPal.
Huh. Well, I think
I'll tell you another one. YouTube. The reason why I have to have my ad money in the bank down here, they will not deposit it in PayPal.
Huh. Okay.
So you have to check on that.
No, I mean, you know, there's PayPal, there's Venmo, there's Zelle, you know, and I think the bank down here does Zelle. So
I don't do Venmo, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
So I can only tell you the people I have on Patreon. See, Patreon just updated some stuff. That's why I can go live now. Maybe they've changed it. I don't even know. I can't keep up with all this. But I tell you, the members I've had for years. I'm not talking about somebody that joined a month ago. I'm talking about people like Rizzo's. They've been on there for 2 or 3 years now, and they've never had a problem.
Yeah. Let's see. Becky Forbes says, gee, Costco here doesn't make you show your card, just your receipt. Well, maybe it's because they're brand new, but they do make you show they've got a little machine in the doorway there, and there's a guy standing there, and your card's got a number on it. And I said, you put your card up to the machine, and it beeps, and the guy lets you in. Same way with going out, you got to show your cash register receipt.
I didn't do that.
What?
I didn't do that.
Because you didn't have a card at the time.
So if you don't got a card, you can just walk in?
Well, you're not supposed to. But I mean,
I was following Jose.
If you was following Jose, you know, he may have said friend, because you can take a friend in with you. They're just not allowed to buy anything.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, it might be because they're brand new. You know, that might be old. But that's one thing I like about Sam's that Costco doesn't do, is because I don't have to, they got the scan and go. So as you put stuff in your cart, you scan it, and it takes it out of your card. So you don't have to go through the checkout. When you go out, they have this big, big like halo that you walk through, and that registers everything on your card, so you don't have to show the people going out the door your receipt. So that makes a lot of time right there.
Well, I saw a thing somewhere, I think it was Costco too, is coming up with a new idea of going in and going out and paying for stuff. It was something to where you had something, I don't know if you buy it there or how it was, where it automatically read something, and you didn't have to do anything. You just walked in the store.
That's the way Sam's is.
But everything you picked up is automatically charged on your card that you have on file. You have it on file. Every place has got your shit on file.
Yeah.
And then when you went to walk out, it just went, and out the door you went. You didn't do anything. So where's the receipts?
Yeah. On your phone.
Oh, how do you print it out?
How would you print anything off of your phone?
I never printed it.
You hook it up to your printer.
I never plugged my phone in my printer. I don't even know if I even can.
You can.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
See, this just sounds like more difficult stuff to do just to get a simple
Well,
receipt.
it's better than standing in line forever.
I will not stand in line.
You take stuff out of the cart and then put it back in the cart, and then you put it in the car, then you take it in the house.
You know me much better than this.
I know, that's why I do everything.
I would just push it up there and go, I want all that.
Yeah. Well, and then there's a place for member, and then, you can let them take it out of the basket, but.
You ought to see me yelling at Jose when he was doing his self-checkout. I was kind of loud. Oh, do you work here? How come you're not wearing the Costco uniform if you don't work here?
Francis Costco is known for their meat and clothing, and returns are no questions asked. Yeah, and I did get a couple.
Walmart used to be. I
got a couple sweaters there at Costco that were name brand, and I got it for a very good price. And like I said, I'm not real crazy about the clothes at Sam's. It's kind of what everybody else has gotten rid of. So that's one thing I don't like about Sam's. But everything else.
We sell a lot of American-made stuff. I know it's getting limited because we don't make a lot of stuff anymore. But does Costco sell a lot of American-made stuff?
I never went through and looked at where it come from.
Well, I did when I first went in the store. They had electrical golf carts right there, and I walked right over there, and a lady came right up there that tells me that golf cart has nothing to do with Costco. They rent the space to be able to be there.
No, I think sometimes they have.
First thing I asked her, I said, "Where's these made at?" And she told me, "Cookeville, Tennessee." I know exactly where Cookeville is. I used to go there, so I know those are American made.
Okay. Let's see.
Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Yeah.
Something easy to remember. What's testicles got to do?
I don't know. You'll have to ask her. He doesn't, we don't get that part. But let's see. Kimberly Quaid says, Mike and I are 55 and 56, and he retires in 5 months. Well, congratulations. Retirement's wonderful.
Your first year being down here will be weird. Ours was. Not the summer months. It's kind of typical. Only difference between summer here and back home is you have palm trees here. That's really the only main difference. But when winter comes, it's going to feel weird. I thought it was weird.
Yeah, Christmas Day, you sit out and
eating steak and lobster tail outside.
Yeah.
And it was 75 degrees and no snow on the ground. And so the kids ain't coming over for Christmas dinner. And, it's all weird.
Yeah. Bill B says, I'm in Eastport Town Square and it's raining.
It's raining down there?
Yeah, I knew it was going to sometime this afternoon, but not a whole lot. I don't think they're calling for a whole lot until this evening. Frank says, high quality of clothing, meat, no questions asked for return of merchandise. That's true. And like I said, I haven't bought any meat there. But like I said, I did buy a couple sweaters there that I really liked, and I knew the brand on them. So, I know they're good stuff. But like I said, it's not somewhere I'm going to go every day. Rich A says, stores that have the most food recalls are Costco, Aldi, and Walmart. Don't shop for food in any of these stores. Well, I shop at all those stores. It depends on what I'm buying. There's certain things I buy at certain stores. And I said, Skip's kind of picky about stuff, so I have to go to more than one store. But like I said, I've never had a problem with any of them, truthfully. Frank says, hello, Skip and Sue. Thank you for being so down to earth. Is that what they call it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Down to earth. Let's see. Kimberly Quaid says, that's concerning to us healthcare. Mike is a veteran, so we have research to do. Oh, yeah, and they have a very good VA here. Everybody that I've known has said that the VA here is really, really, really nice. So, like I said, we don't use them, but everybody I've talked to that has said that they've had really good luck with them. So, Becky Forbes says, I'm going to eat my biscuits and gravy lunch while I listen.
Oh, biscuits and gravy. I'm thinking of Grandma Simmons. She's not my grandma. We always called her that. And she would have me, when I used to go hunting, to bring her a squirrel. She liked to make squirrel gravy and biscuits, and I had some. Oh man, that was so good.
Yeah.
That's back in the day when I used real lard to cook.
Rhonda Slangen said, we saw you went to Dairy Queen on your video.
Ah.
My husband and I
With me and Jose? That one?
I don't know.
Well, we had Scooter that one time, remember?
Yeah.
We went there.
So my husband and I love going to DQ for a treat. Don't understand why there is not a DQ closer to the villages. It's territory.
Price of property in here, probably.
Yeah, it's closed territory. That's what it is. And like I said, most of the ice cream places here are owned by the developer.
FMK.
But now they are putting a new Twisty Treat in the shopping center, Pinellas Shopping Center down here, close to us. So you've seen the Twisty Treats. They're the one that the building is shaped like an ice cream cone. They have them all down south in Florida.
Is it frozen yogurt?
I don't know. But yeah, they're putting that in at Pinellas Plaza, and I'll be glad that it's here because, yeah, the Dairy Queen is all the way out on 301. So it's a fur piece to go. So, but like I said, I think it's a closed territory. I think that's why you don't see a Dairy Queen here. There's all kinds of ice cream places now. You know, we got Scooples and we got Kilwins and several ice cream places.
I would say if we had to go to an ice cream place, one of the better ones, in my opinion, is Scooples.
Yeah.
You can still get a banana split there.
Yeah, you can get a banana split, or you can also get breakfast, lunch, and dinner there, I think.
Maybe, I wouldn't eat there, but I could eat, well, I don't know, maybe a hot dog or something, but.
Well, and then that's where it's at, you know, it's right on the square, so it's just so convenient.
You get an ice cream cone there and go right next door and have a beer.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're sitting out watching entertainment on the square, you know, you can go over to Scooples and get just ice cream or a malt or.
Yeah, I don't know how busy it is at night, but when me and Jose went there, I didn't know he's going there. That's the thing about going with Jose. You're really not sure where you're going.
I love it.
We're driving around, and I thought we was heading to my house. I said, where are we going? He said, we're going to go in here and get some ice cream. Matter of fact, the other day when I'm coming back, where did me and Jose go? We left here. I went in his truck. You were here. We left. Anyway, on the way back, we're somewhere. Next thing I know, I find ourselves at Linda's house. I said, what are we doing? He said, she's got ice cream in there. I said, where are you? So we knock on the door. She comes outside. She said, what are you guys doing? I said, well, apparently we're here to get ice cream. So we go inside, and she, you know how she is. She just keeps pulling stuff out of the refrigerator. There were 2 or 3 different things of ice cream. I didn't want ice cream. He's over here eating ice cream. She's eating ice cream. And I'm sitting there about ready to fall asleep because I got up early that morning. I'm still worrying about this computer thing. And these guys are talking stuff. What?
I'm just looking for
Don't say anything.
Okay.
Because he'll come back.
Is he asleep?
I don't know where he is. He went in there somewhere.
Oh, okay. I thought he was laying over there asleep. Okay.
It's like one of the kids. When they get real quiet, leave them alone.
No, you go check on him. There's says Celarella lets me in stores as long as she is with me to supervise. I don't have to worry about that too much. Give him not a shopper. I couldn't believe he went with Jose, but you know.
Where'd we go?
You went to Costco.
I didn't know he was going to Costco at first. That's it.
Yeah, so I don't usually have to.
He said, I got a coffee delivery. He said, down your area. He said, well, I'll pick you up. You can go with me. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'll go with you. And you know, I have nothing to do, and we'll go out and have lunch somewhere. That's what I'm thinking. Next thing I know, I said, he said, okay, I'm going to take you someplace where we have the best lunch you ever had. I said, where's that at? He said, you'll see when we get there. Next thing I know, we're in Costco eating a hot dog.
Well, I'm glad you did, because you would have never got that card if you hadn't.
I didn't want the card when I was there.
I
said, what are we standing here for? He said, this is where you get your card. I said, look at this line. I don't want to stand in this line. He said, Sue said you have to get this card. I said, I don't want the card. Tell them to keep the card. He said, no, I'm not taking you home because Sue said you had to get this card. So I go up there and I do this stuff. And he says, well, what's the name on the card? I'm thinking, what name would she use? I see these are questions I have no idea what the answers are. So I said, I give him my name, my real name. He goes, would it be under any other name? I said, holy crap. And he said, then he goes, what phone number would it be under? Because we couldn't find the name. So what phone number would it be under? I'm thinking, now what? I said, try my number first. And I give it to him. He goes, no. I said, try this other number. He's okay, that's it. He said, you want to change that number? I said, no, leave that there. That way if there's a problem, she can take care of it. And I gave him my real name. Then he gives me his paper. And I said, where do I go now? He said, go stand in that. This is like a driver's license branch. Yeah. Go stand in that line to get your picture taken. And what do I need my picture taken for?
Yeah, but that's what I said. You would have never done it if you hadn't went with Jose.
My picture ain't even on the card. So what did I think? I don't think.
It should be on the back.
It is?
Yeah, because that's why they
I showed you. I've never looked at the card.
And I said, they wouldn't give it to me until you got your picture taken.
Right there.
Yeah, there it is.
Look at that.
Do you look like Santa Claus?
Don't I look like a happy camper?
No. Oh my God. Mark Span says, hello from Mark and Terry in Burleson, Texas. Skip, you should post your old videos on the backup channel for people to watch and keep it active.
That is true, and that's why I thought about keeping that channel, because if ever I get hacked again, because it seems like as time goes on, this could be more and more of a problem, not just for me, but for everybody. And for those guys that's got a lot more subscribers than me, if you've never been hacked, you don't know what kind of a pain in the ass this is. Even with a channel manager, there's things we couldn't figure out. Now, the first thing a hacker will do when he gets inside your channel, right away, he changes the password. Your password ain't gonna work no more. And then right away, he'll go down and he changes the name of your channel. So if you're with YouTube and they're looking for the name of your channel, it ain't there no more. The third thing he does is he captures your email. The email your channel's assigned to. Mine's G1RUMP2Y, has been for years. They take that. So all of a sudden, I'm getting no email on that channel. I go to my email and I type that in. It says that that's been taken down. I don't have that email anymore. When that happened, anything that I had bought using that email, like YouTube, TV, whatever it's called, I bought that under the G1RUMP2 account because that's Google. Google owns that, and Google has that as my main channel. TV quit working. I mean, it's a nightmare.
Yeah. Like I said, in that week, like I said, the lightning hit our Spectrum cable.
And maybe that's what made my computer go out. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one thing after another.
Yeah, Spectrum was here. I had to put a whole new cable in here.
Yeah. And we didn't have any idea what was wrong. We just knew there was something wrong. And, and I said, when he checked it out, he said, has there had any big bad storms? I said, yeah. I said, the lightning hit something. We didn't know where it hit, but I know it hit up in the next neighborhood.
We have a whole house. Well, that's electrical, though. That's not cable.
Yeah.
A whole house filter thing.
Yeah.
So
but
anyway, I was this close, people. I'm telling you, I was getting so frustrated. At 73 years old, do I need this frustration? I was this close to just canceling all of my YouTube stuff and be done with it.
Yeah.
But the truth is, the little income we make on this channel really comes in handy, and that's why I don't want to do it.
Yeah, and you would lose all your friends.
I don't have no friends.
I know. You would lose all your friends.
Like Jose always says, a friend of mine called me and I said, you got a friend? He said, I have one.
I have one. Jerry says, Skip, you suck.
I do suck.
Somewhere in the sun says, use a Visa gift card. That works too.
By the way, thanks for the gift card, Jerry. I told Sue the other day, I said, hey, we're going to have to go back to Hooters. I know we had the W&L group, the crew.
Yeah.
We went over to Hooters to have fun, and we did that. But I forgot all about that gift card. So I still got it. So when's Jerry coming down?
I think they're going to be here in a week or two.
A week or two?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll wait till you and your wife comes down here and we'll take that gift card. We'll go to Hooters and have some more chicken wings. We'll take your wife in there and we'll embarrass her.
Oh, yeah. Barbara says, you're right, Skip. Privacy is hard to come by. We have been credit card hacked 2 times.
Well, that's what I mean. People that said, well, I don't want to give them my credit card. People's got your credit card already. You may not even know it, but they've got it. And it's on file. I can guarantee you that's a fact. I think as a consumer, I should be able to go to someplace, a website or a private place somewhere, and type in whatever information they need to find out how many businesses and who exactly has my credit card on file.
Yeah. Let's see. Somewhere in the sun said, big on personal protection, it works. So use a Visa prepaid gift card. That reserves your privacy and alleviate cleaning up a big mess. Yes. Yeah,
I am too. And just like the guy who's working on my computer, he's an IT guy. One thing that I've learned by talking to this guy, and I remember when we had our CB shop, the guy that lived down there, not Baby Farm, but he lived up there on the hill where Super Dad and them lived. I can't think what that area is called. Odell? No, whatever it is. There was a guy that worked up there in his house. He had a bedroom that was made into his technical area. And he was an IT guy when it comes to CB radios and things like that. He was really good about fixing things. But one thing I know about IT guys, they don't really have a sense of humor at all. They don't. They just don't. And this guy, very clean cut, very well spoken. He's knowledgeable. I've talked to him. Sue's heard him on there. He sounds like he really knows what he's doing. And I told him, I said, I'm going to be looking for a full-time IT guy to bring my stuff in here once in a while, just to make sure everything is running right. I want to get my oil changed, is the way I put it. I want to get it, and then take it home. He said, yeah, I can do that. But I don't know. I mean, it's just, is that what we're turning into now? Just to have a YouTube channel, we're going to have to hire a crew of people?
Okay. Well, we're going to have to go here pretty soon. Let me read off some things going on this week.
It's 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, okay.
Time to be done quick. I want to go get my computer.
Friday is the Friday night car show at Brownwood, 5 to 8 on September 19th. It's with Rocky and the Rollers. It's the Village Vets. Thursday is at Sawgrass Grove from noon to 2. It's trivia.
Where is it?
Thursday.
Forget the funny names. It's on Thursday?
Yeah.
And are the cars going to be there? The Vets?
I'm moving on. No, that's at Brownwood on Friday.
Are the cars going to be there?
Yeah, the Village Vets is sponsoring the car show on Friday night.
Well, one of the vet clubs, I don't know which one it is the largest Corvette club in the United States. There's not enough room down there in the park for all them vets.
Well, and that's probably the Village Vets. But, they probably won't have all of them down there because not everybody's able to go.
If half the club shows up, they ain't going to have enough room.
Thursday is at Sawgrass Grove from noon to 2 at trivia. Edna's on the Green is putting on Seafood Fest Friday.
Is it really trivia when you hear these questions and you think to yourself that I used to watch that on TV? So is that really trivia when you lived it?
Yes. Anyhow, Edna's is having their Seafood Fest Friday through Sunday. Sounds good. Mission Barbecue Thursday are showing their appreciation for Patriot Day to all police officers and firefighters or other frontline workers. You can get a free sandwich of your choice at noon. They all stand and sing the Star Spangled Banner. It's 631 U.S. Highway 27441. Go get your sandwich. Get to sing with the rest of them. Discover Leesburg is September 12th from 5 to 9. It's on Main Street in downtown Leesburg. They have music, evening market, and food vendors. Let's see. The Grandview Clydesdale Tour. They've got a daytime experience and a nighttime experience. That's year round. They have a Clydesdale Carriage dinner show once a month. Then they also have a Christmas experience November 11th through January 8th. If you've never seen it, this is something to go see. Go check it out. Grandview Clydesdales.tour. And also Art Buddies Art Show is 9 to 2 on Saturday at Colony College. And 9/11 Remembrance is at Station 44 at 10 a.m. at 3035 Morris Boulevard. They'll have a guest speaker, the Honored Guard, and the Sign of Scotland performs. Got tongue-tied there. But yeah, go listen to the guest speaker. They're doing their remembrance for 9/11. So everybody, don't forget. Nobody forget your 9/11. And we're going to get out of here. And glad to see y'all.